Firestater. Death sentence, 1 down, difficulty guide. Alright, now I'm actually doing one of my favorite heists, especially with the 3-day heist, as you can tell by how many days. Now for day 1, we're going to an airport to steal, either to steal or destroy the Mendoza's weapons. Now first, I'm gonna go for the assets, and there's a vantage point. So this is where the vantage point is. Now when you buy your asset, it's actually right in the van. So in order, if you wanted to patch yourself up, you can need some ammo or grenades. Yeah.
Fence and get down to the hangars. The Mendozas are in there.
So, of course, this is one of the few heists, one of the 4 heists, that you can fully stealth, even though it was not intended for stealth. You don't get a stealth bonus. Now, the difference, and another difference is,
Guns should be in the hangar now.
is I think before on Overkill, and maybe, I think on Overkill and below, it requires you 6 weapons, but I think they changed that in an update. But on Overkill and below, you're always going to have 1 hangar open, but in this case, it's going to be 2 hangars open. So these are the 2 here, and if you see a tanker, you can use it to destroy the guns. Now that tactic is very effective if you're doing crime spree, where destroying guns is probably very important.
Come on, let's get a move on.
So I gotta stealth a little bit here until... Of course, I have the first aid kit, but my secondary equipment with jack of all trades is in an armor bag. So, of course, I like to call this tactic the split screen tactic. Basically how the German took over, you know, Poland, France, you know, caught the other countries pants down. And once you feel you're hunkered down and defend, use the armor bag so you get your ICTV.
Get them up to the van. Getting them to the van will get us more cash.
Just like that. Now, of course, having shape chargers. Now, of course, with 2 hangars open, doesn't mean you're gonna get a lot of assault rifles. There's mostly gonna be 12 or 11, but there's total 13 loot in day 1. So what I would like to do is place the blood bag on my teammates. Now, a good thing about the assault rifles is that those are the only type of loot that the cops will never try to take or steal from you. Mainly due it's way too heavy for the cops to steal on their back. And these drills will jam a lot, so make sure you keep repairing. Okay, so we have like about 5 weapons. So not bad, we need 3 more, then we can leave. Okay, I really need a joker. Any way for them to get close. we got 1, so that's 6.
More units. More guns coming your way, gang.
I like to throw the weapons over there. Okay, we got a total of 8 here. So I'm gonna move these bags and gonna actually secure them. Although I would like to have some jokers. Alright, that's what I need.
Gas, fellas. Take advantage of the situation. It won't last forever.
Okay, definitely need that, buddy. There we go. I need to take some cover. Now I could go this way, which is a shortcut, but it's a very risky maneuver. Now you could go the more safer path in the between the alleyway between the 2 hangars, but they will spawn behind that wall, and there's usually a lot of cloakers spawn over there. But luckily the police assault is over, so gives me you know, enough breathing room to cross the path with most of the weapons before the next hallway solar. And this also helps that the AI can now move outside, which they should be fine. So yeah, if you go inside that building where I'm firing or aiming at, they will have... There's another safe you can grab, and there's a money in there. So you can go for an extra loot. So, makes it a lot more, at least makes the map a little bit more longer. Which I do enjoy, having more stuff to do, because if you just steal the assault rifles, you're not really exploring much around the map. But of course I probably will have to do it later on for finding all the packages, which is going to be very fun to do. Well, that's all the 8 assault rifles. Now I could just move on and secure them to the van. Now watch out, there will be cloakers usually hide around the big trees to ambush you. And the Captain Ritter will spawn on the road where next to the escape van. So make sure you deal with him. And there will be a helicopter dropping too, dropping a few troops.
Called in heavy-duty reinforcements. That's 1. That's 2.
Of course, load these into the van. I think by the time you load your 5th bag, the AI should actually reach you in time. Although they're very slow because it's very heavy, so make sure you get them off the back so they can move around. Yeah, be careful when you shout at them because they will drop the bag. Also, very kindly to open up the vents.
That's what we need for Hector.
And there we go.
If you want to get the rest, that's up to you.
So, if you want to get all loot,
That was close.
that will be total of either 12 or 13 bags. Usually one's missing, so you mostly leave with 11 weapons and 1 money. But you can get 13. Alright, moving on to day 2. Alright, here we are at day 2 of Firestater. After we dealt with the Mendoza's weapons as they reduced their firepower, now we're going for information on them. First, we're going for their money. In day 2, where it's been held captive in a FBI office. So that's where we're heading, and this time I will stealth. So I'm going to use a body bag, spotter, and a camera feed. And another thing I like is there's a little tape and it says spotter calls out units during stealth, but they change it where it can also spot for loud as well. And the background looks like framing frame day 3. And that is one small binoculars. You know, that shape and color of that binocular reminds me of the little small binocular toy, a character from Toy Story.
Can't believe we're breaking into the FBI. You guys get inside, quietly. Please. Check your options, boys. Going full frontal might sting badly.
So yeah, we'll avoid the main entrance, and we go on the left side. Go for a camera feed, and this will highlight. Okay, I think that's the door. Or that could be the glass. Nope, that's the door. And going for that door will not be easy as there's lots of guards.
Good, you're inside. Now, locate the server room.
Okay, there may be a bunch of them there, so I'm gonna go all the way around here. Also be careful, there's other guards besides the pager ones that don't have a flashlight. They mostly spawn in the kitchen, one in the little meeting room.
Alarm on that door, guys. We need to take care of that first.
Alright, now we need to find a computer.
Mark the computer. Log me in and I'll deal with this.
Now the computer will be marked in different locations. The computer can be found in this room, the one on the second floor, and one on the bottom floor, and one in the office. Now here's one of the worst problems here with so many guards here.
FBI files. I could stay here all night. Alright, I'm on this. Stay back, camera.
I'll watch out for that. Now there will be a safe in here. And what it will contain a key card.
Identified. Go and disrupt them for me.
Okay, this is pretty bad, because, okay, this is a bad spot. So, now Spain will mark the 2 genetic alarm box, which you need to disable to able to open that door. Now, if a guard sees a alarm box open, they will detect it and will try to call. So, you're better off wait it out. Looks like it's coast. Okay, wait. Okay, whoa. Okay, this is bugging me out. And the camera will spot it too, so just be careful. And there's another one on the same level. Now, there is a very difficult trophy on the PS3, which I'm gladly didn't make it its way to the PS4. Or the Crime Wave edition, which I do wish they would brought it back at the same time, which is called Guessing Game. What it does, you had to complete this in stealth.
Camera, look
out. Without using the computer, and the reason they called Guessing Game is you had to guess the 2 alarm boxes. So it's definitely either a 0% chance to a 50% chance, and a 50-50 chance for get 1 right and 1 wrong, or a 100% chance to get at least 2 right. But not only that, you actually had to do this in stealth. So this is very, very annoying.
Good job.
Now, of course, here's
there's
another
only one more
door.
between us and the server.
So this is where you need a jammer. Now, on overkill and below, you only need to secure one server.
Now, you're almost there.
But now, you gotta secure two, which makes things a lot more difficult. And it also depends on the location where you are. Now, I'd like to take this spot here, and just in case. Now, what I'd like to do is actually drop down here and get past this metal detector, because if you activate, they will notice the noise. Now, when you're up here, just throw the bag over the hedge and return it. So that's one way you can get out, but barely you want to go through this way because there will usually be a guard behind that counter. And of course, there's a FBI evidence room, which will contain a few loot, but it will always contain a goat.
Security camera. Go. Stay back. Go on patrol.
Now, just be careful with the guards here.
God, careful.
Now they will be filled crawling with guards, so if you see that there's way too many, you can go at the main entrance, since I don't think there's anyone there, so that's a good thing. Just crouch down to avoid any line of sight. Alright, grab the server. I was going to show you the evidence room, but of course inside there will be a cage door which you have to either, use a drill, a silent drill, or a saw. But using a drill can be very risky because they will detect the drill at a certain angle, a very dirty angle. And it will always contain a goat. But if the loot has only the goat, the van doors will not open until you get the actual server, or if you got the other loot, and Bane will say, "Loot, loot, loot. Nice find. I think that belongs to us." Okay, I'll show you right away. Nah, I don't think it's any worth to go for it, but I'll show you right away. Of course, you can able to shoot this door down. One of more good hiding spots. Now, sadly, this will contain coke. It will have gold and money. There will be coke on the left side, money on the right side, gold on this step ladder, or slash wheelie, and there will be assault rifles either on this counter here at the very far and behind this goat safe, which the save does not work. It doesn't mean anything for console. I know it does mean something for PC, but at a time it's not really worth it. Or what the save's not really meaning. It's just there. But it's there if you want to collect for an extra loot. And that is the day 2 in stealth.
Good work, crew. Now, if Hector knew we just hit the FBI for the info, he might worry a bit. But what Hector doesn't know won't hurt him. Let's go banking, shall we?
So yeah, if you cover your blown in stealth by lockpicking that door, but don't deal with the alarm, the cage door that's locked behind the server will be closed, and you have to drill it out after you get past the other door. All right, now move on to day 3. Alright, now we're back for day 3, and it's not really special compared to the other 2 because it's bank heist. It's literally the same thing. But it's not a bad thing because I do like bank heist. So, exact same plane as bank heist. I'm just gonna have the drill here, have the 2 spy cams over here. This time have the key card here, But I'm not gonna go for all loot, so instead I'm just gonna have another spy cam this time.
This can only help your
And cover up here.
Let's put this boat in the water and find out.
Now this one will help because, well, find us, of course. We'll just give you the info. Okay, so I feel like I should change my weapon. Alright, let's go with the judge. And as well as... And let's go with the FAMAS. So, nothing really much change of the objectives between the Firestater Day 3 and Bank Heist. Oh shit, I was about to... I always do my normal routine for loud, just next to a plane, guess what, mask up and collect it. I forgot I'm doing this stealth, so... Now before I grab that key card, I'm gonna make sure I try to grab it from the... in the manager's office. Okay, looks like we don't have one. Here's that case. Now that case is part of the XM25 grenade launcher, or nicknamed it the Arbiter.
I'm ready to bring the guns.
So here's a key card.
Watch out, God.
Just wait for that guard to move out of the way. Well, since the Arbiter can be unlocked by, by default in the console once you just buy the Gauge Spec Ops pack, on PC you had to do a small task, which I'm very disappointed that it didn't make its way to the console, as I would love to do that, to be able to get that grenade launcher. Instead, you just buy it outright.
Let's do what we came for.
Alright, just use this. Deal with the
Everything is
camera
great.
first.
Just great.
And basically the same plan is highlight. Now I could do this.
Okay, great. Now get that thing to the vault door. Nice. Now start her up.
Got it.
Alright, I could do it right away. But it might give me a big small shock. And that's because the cartel actually rigged that vault door. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god.
Now, down! Down!
Uh-oh.
They're gonna come down harder on us if you kill civilians.
I thought I saw a burger, but it was just a burger. The spelling confused me.
Now, luckily I'm not going for all the loot, so that's why I didn't bring a saw, so at least I have another gun. Now, as I was mentioned before, that door is rigged with a electrical trap, so once you try to drill it, guess what? You're gonna get tased, so it's gonna take a while. So please don't be that pussy wussy and try to try to repeat the same process without turning off the power. Which this is the only thing that's different between Bank Heist and Firestater, is this door, and that's when you turn off the power, and now you can drill it. But it's always been, I always have a good laugh or a face palm anytime I see people miss doing that. Okay, gonna dominate you so I could
Slow them down for a little while.
Everything
launch
is
you
great.
into a safe spot.
Just great.
Alright, now I could need to deal with more and more guard. Which is right there. Now I'm just gonna wait it out. I could use my jammer and deal with it. Alright, here's a situation how this control works.
You kill civilians like this, we're gonna lose all our cash-paying cleaner costs.
Down on the ground.
Good thinking. Boys, we'll slow them down.
Don't get out.
Now that you've taken a hostage, the police assault is going to take more time. Here we go. We should be through in a couple of
Nothing
minutes.
to worry about here. Keep controlling control. On the ground.
And that's how you... Well, that's how you use the ACM. Just place it down, deal with the guard, get the civilians on the ground, tie them up, either shoot. I always like to shoot the tellers one because the teller ones are a little bit finicky when it comes to trying to shout them to the ground. Because they will press this button, and even with a jammer been placed, it will trip the alarm, so be careful. And goddamn, that half of her body is sinking through the floor. Nice. Alright, get a little bit of Kickstarter. Doesn't work. Manually repair. Now, of course, just be careful around here. Alright, no one there. There will be people around here and will try to hit this button, so just be careful. Alright, pick up this case, which does nothing. Although I wish it gives you like an extra money or extra XP or something.
Got it.
Alright, grab the packages here.
Got it.
Now we'll mostly wait, just like any other heist. Now there is another difference with Firestater and Bank Heist, is what you see inside the vault. It is going to be different.
Camera look out. Got it.
Of course, you could use a plank so the Persestians don't see you, or the other civilians don't see you inside the bank, but they shouldn't really see you at a distance, except if they walk in this sidewalk. But I don't see any of them walk with this sidewalk. They never walk this path. They always walk between this path, there's this civilian. They walk down this path, that path. And a few occasions they will walk down this path, either one inside enter the bank in front of the main entrance, or one will take down and sit down at this bench. So if you have these two boarded up, or at least one of them whoops, and caught his line of sight, you don't have to worry about this civilian. Alright, that's the third time, so it won't jam any. After this third one, it won't jam anymore, unless you let the cops kick it.
Fucking hell, that stinks.
Damn, you weren't supposed to kill one of them. No! Damn it, gang. Wick wanted to take care of them himself. You really had it in for these bastards. I guess you'll have to be content with the idea of them dead.
Of course, be careful when not activating the feedback, because if you do in stealth, everyone's gonna get alerted. So be very cautious, especially if you see them, that are close outside the map, but you can't reach, and you have nothing else. So you better pray you don't activate it too at the very worst time. Okay, we got 17 seconds left. Okay, I have to deal with you. I'm gonna launch you up to the other side. There we go.
Got it.
Okay, Hector wants us to record this. So first, set up the camera.
Alright, so there may be a gate close, which there is. Sadly, I did not bring the keys with me, so we'll take more time. So yeah, inside that vault room will be a pile of money. Now, sadly, this money is actually marked, and it's actually have a tracker to it, so the police will use this, able to track our location if we do steal the money. So we're gonna destroy it instead. Sad as may be, we don't want the cops to give away our position and our hideout, so we had to burn it to the ground. While you wait for the money to burn, you can able to lockpick the deposit boxes or saw, which will able have at least 5 loot inside. Of course, you can have money and gold and other loose cash. There's also a picture of a hockey team of Overkill, and I think that's a trophy on the PS3. I don't know if it's a trophy like this on the PS4, but it's very easy to find it, especially if you have the saw. Alright, there we go. Place the money, ignite the money. Now go over to the deposit box. I guess I go for a few. I hope I get lucky enough to get that money. Are you serious? Oh lord. Alright, I'll just go on this side then. Empty. Worse, okay. Let's just get something else. Loose cash. Maybe a big gold. Okay, junk. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go beside it. I think that was the one. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna go for this one. Holy! Come on. Any more? Any more of these loots? Okay, I don't like this. I bet there's one in the corner. Oh, there's that gold, but I want actually one of the big gold. Another one. Alright, one more gold. Okay, you know what? Well, that's it. Well, luckily I got 2 money. Well, that was very lucky. On the very first one. Literally to say I want the money, give it to me. Well, at least they got something out of it. And at least they got 10 bags. That is day 3 of Firestarter and the entirety of the heist.
A lot of money to send up in smoke, and I apologize. I know it goes against your nature, but hopefully you find the compensation competitive. And it was the right thing to not mess with Hector here. Playing with fire would have gotten us burned.
For true? For sure? Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, as we're defending Coke and Watch Dogs. Until then, farewell and have a wonderful day, everyone.